Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra K of the Demetra K Show, and I hope you guys are having a great day. So I don't know, wanted to have a conversation with you about weight loss. A lot of people have been asking me, how are you losing the weight? What are you doing? And I know a lot of people want the magical pill or the magical tea and all of that. I'm not doing any of that, right? What I have done, and I suggest that you take notes so that you can do it too. And it's really kind of like a one size fits all weight loss program. All right, so here we go. The first thing I did was make a decision. I had to decide that I did not want to be out of shape anymore. I didn't want to be fat. Let's call it what it is. There's no thick or, curvy. I did not want to be fat anymore. Now, I had lost a bunch of weight before, and it was because I had just made a decision that I wanted to be healthier and I wanted to look good in my clothes, right? And so I decided to stop making excuses. I decided that if I really want to lose the weight and look good in my clothes and feel energetic and all of that, I was going to have to drop the excuses. Now, for me personally, I am 50 and I was going through the change, and I still guess I'm kind of going through the change. The change is menopause, right? And so it's known fact that with menopause, you do gain weight and all of that kind of stuff. But I was using it a little bit too much as an excuse to be fat and not to get after taking care of myself. And so once I realized that I was making the excuses, I stopped. I stopped completely, right? And then once I made the decision, I had to tell myself, with this newfound decision you're making, you have to gain some discipline. What do I mean by discipline? You can't have candy. You can't have French fries. You can, but not as much as was having, right? You can't eat 4 pieces of pizza. You can't, slack off on exercising and all of that. So I had to get disciplined. I had to learn that I need to get up every morning, put my feet to the ground, and exercise for like 45 minutes plus. And I do cardio, weightlifting, dancing, skating, whatever I need to do to move and actually burn a sweat. Make sure I'm huffing and I'm puffing. I make sure when my workouts get too easy to amp it up some, right? To do something that's going to challenge me, because that's the thing. A lot of times, a nice walk in the park is good. But if you're trying to lose weight, you need to kick it up. You need to get your heart rate up. You need to sweat. You really need to be like, whew, what did I do? I did that, right? And again, it's not supposed to be easy, but it's not supposed to be hard either, because a lot of times when we exercise, we get discouraged because the workout is too hard. So don't do anything that's too hard, because you don't want to get discouraged, all right? So make a decision and get disciplined, right? Know that you need to get your butt up and exercise. For me, I do it every day. But on average, 3 to 5 times a week, it was good, I guess, depending on where you're at. And don't eat as much. Portion control is a huge thing. We have to actually do servings instead of servings, right? Like most time when we make a bowl of cereal, it's a bowl of cereal instead of a bowl of cereal. Like how I did that? A bowl of cereal, nice serving size of cereal. The regular human size, not the kind that we have blown out of proportion in today's time, but a regular serving of whatever it is. A cup of rice, not a bowl of rice, but a cup of rice. Add a bunch of vegetables and stuff to that and kind of build it up and fill it out so you'll get full. Those kind of things, right? So portion control. You can't eat all that you want and look good in the process, right? You want to, maintain your shape and all that, so you're going to have to do portion control. Okay? And then once you make a decision and you get disciplined, you got to have the drive. You have to have the drive to go toward the goal. Like for me, in total, I want to lose 50 pounds. 50 pounds, so I'm about 17 plus pounds in now. And so I know in order to do that, when I say drive, like when I'm exercising, it's not always easy for me, but then I have to go deep and say, okay, you want to look like this. In order to look like this, you can't quit. You can't stop. You have to push through. And I do that. And so I drive toward the goal where I want to be. I want to be a cute size 6 or whatever. And so I have to push myself. The drive is to push. Push yourself. And I often ask people, who motivates the motivator? The motivator. So a lot of times you're not going to have somebody say, go D, go, whoever. You got to drive yourself. You got to tell yourself to go. Move your butt, right? And so after you do the decision, the discipline and the drive, then within that, you got to incorporate some things. So what I do, right? I'm going to tell y'all what I do. So here, I have water. This is water with a tea bag in it. Listen, I don't always love drinking water, especially when it gets cold. Like in the winter time, I'm not as thirsty, right? And I don't think anybody would be as much as they would be in the summer. The summer is hot, you're thirsty, you're sweating, so you want to drink more water. But in the winter time, when it gets a little bit colder, I'm not always as thirsty, and so I have to trick myself into drinking water. Like this is about 32 ounces of water. I try to do at least a half a gallon of water a day. I'm working up to that. Some people do a gallon. A gallon's a lot for me, but I try to at least do a half a gallon. But there's a peppermint tea bag in here. No sugar, okay? No sugar, but a peppermint tea bag in here, and I drink it, and it's flavorful. For me, it's flavorful, but it's a step above water. It's glorified water, if you will, and it's cold and all of that, and so I try my best to get my water in. All right. And so another thing that I do, and I talked about portion control, so I won't talk about that. I got some notes. And of course, exercise. Again, I talked about that. Make sure you do something to get your heart going, make you sweat, and make you really just, feel like, damn, I really did a good workout today, right? And the other thing too is when you exercise, don't give it back. Now, what I mean is when you burn the calories, don't go give it back by eating bad food, fried foods, donuts, cookies, chips, and all that, because that you wasted your time. Yeah, it's good to exercise, but if you're doing it to lose weight and actually be fit, don't give it back. That's why I like exercising in the morning, because I know when I exercise in the morning, I'm not going to go out. I'm less likely, rather, because I'm not perfect. I'm less likely to go and eat something bad, because I'm like, damn, I just exercised all those calories off, and now I'm going to put the calories back on by making bad decisions. And so it makes me cognizant throughout the day that I need to be careful about what I eat. Now, the other thing you want to do is a lot of self-talk. I personally do a lot of self-talk. Yes, I talk to myself. And what I say to myself is, like sometimes if I get down, or like if I weigh myself, and my daughter, me and her are actually on a weight loss journey together. And if I weigh myself, which she stopped me from weighing myself every day, she actually hid the scale because she's like, you're getting out of control. We do it once a week. If I feel like I'm not reaching my target, I'll talk to myself. Hey, you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, and you didn't get all this, fat on your body overnight either. It's going to take a process. And in that process, it's going to take some time. And I talk to myself like, you know what? You look better than you did 2 months ago. Your clothes are falling off. Look, as you guys can see, this is pretty baggy. When I first got it, it fit, But so I have to talk to myself and say, it's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. But if I feel like I'm slacking, I say, do you want to give all that weight back? Do you want to, have your clothes fit tight on you again? Well, if you don't, then don't eat that. Stay away from it, right? So you have to talk to yourself. You got to edify yourself. Again, who motivates the motivator? You. You have to motivate yourself, because you're the only one that's going to get in those size 6 jeans, and that nice little, cute little black dress. And if you're a man watching this, because this is not just for women, it's for men too. Whatever you want to wear, right? You want to look, like James Bond, the Idris Elba one, or whatever, in that nice suit. Then you got to do the right things to get there. Exercise, eat right, and all of that. Okay? And then so, what else do I have here? Because I don't want to forget anything. Oh, and you want to remind yourself, right? Like for me, my screensaver on my phone is me. When I looked a certain way that I like. And so wherever I, unlock my phone, I see myself and I'm like, damn, you was fine. But it reminds myself, you want to get back there, and you need to do the things every single day to get to that point, okay? So remind yourself. And also, like, I like to post pictures on my social medias of myself, and it's not really so people can say, well, ooh, look at her, even though that helps, right? You know, no, you don't hurt to have people like your stuff and make you feel good, but I really do it to hold myself accountable, because I know somebody's either watching to see if I'm going to be successful or if I'm going to fail. And I am very competitive, and I don't like to lose at anything. Also, I know that other people will be inspired by what I'm doing, and so I post the pictures, and believe it or not, I have a lot of people says, you know, because of what you're doing, I've decided to amp up my workout or get my tennis shoes back on and to watch what I eat. And so I feel like, you know, you build a community when you post your progress. Post your progress so that way you'll see, because a lot of times we don't know how we look until we see the picture side by side and all of that. But post your progress. It'll make you feel good, and you will inspire other people. Also, at the end of all of this, remember your why. Why are you doing what you're doing as far as losing weight, getting in shape, you know, trying to feel healthier? For me, my ultimate why, I know I joke about being cute, which I do want to do that, right? My ultimate why is, when and if I ever have grandchildren, I don't want to be no geriatric grandma sitting on the porch with my oxygen tank in the rocking chair or my walker talking about, oh, babies, be careful, I can't come off the porch and help you. Nah, I want to be out there doing the jumping jacks. I want to be doing the cartwheels. I want to run and tag and hide. And I'm going to be doing all of that. And so that is my why. I don't want to be no old feeble grandma. I want to be that grandma that people like, damn, grandma. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. I want my grandchildren to be like, that's my grandma. And I want people to say, nah, that ain't your grandma. That got to be your mama. Whatever, you know. So remember what your why is. Refer back to that when you are feeling like you're losing the battle. But also, very, very, very important, don't you quit. Don't quit. You keep going no matter what. If you eat, a taco Oreo, I don't even hope that doesn't exist. But if you eat that one day, say, you know what, oh my gosh, it was horrible. Tomorrow, you know what, I'm going to eat some vegetables. I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to start over or start where I left off. It's not really a start over, because listen, weight loss is a life journey. There's never a destination, right? I know you get to the size you want, but you always got to work at that. Being healthy is a every day, all day, for the rest of your life mission. It's not something you get to and you're like, whew, I've made it. Because when you get to that point, guess what? You start gaining the weight and you start getting unhealthy. All right, so again, there is no magical pills. There is no magical tea. No, none of that. And listen, I'm almost scared to say this because I don't want to offend anybody. And listen, I'm not shading or shaming anybody who did. I am not going to pay for it. I am not going to get me a BBL or CDL or whatever else is out. I'm not going to get none of that, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my butt, and I'm going to move my feet, and I'm going to huff, and I'm going to puff, and I'm going to sweat, and I'm going to lift, I'm going to run, I'm going to dance, I'm going to push away from the table. I'm going to do everything I need to do to make sure that Demetra K is the best Demetra K possible without a scalpel, mind you. Also, I want to say this to anybody who's watching. Remember, there is no such thing as perfection. Be happy with being the best you, whatever that is. Improve you, and the rest should be easy. All right, you guys, so I hope that helps. So, and for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and like this video and come on back, because I'm going to have a whole lot of other life hacks and things like that in the very near future. So you guys have a great day. Peace.